like it might be having problems on OBS. Let's see. Okay, I think it's working. All right, welcome back to our first live stream. So I guess not welcome back, welcome in. And I've got a special guest today. My buddy Cole here is going to help me pick some spreads, pick some props, just pick a bunch of these games. Cole, introduce yourself if you have any plugs or anything you want to give out, your Twitter or anything like that.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Cole, Minnesota native here, so big Vikings fan. Had a disappointing week last week, but we'll see how we look this week. I got the Patriots shirt on. Hey, just because we lose one MVP doesn't mean we can't get another, right, boys? Anyway, follow me on Twitter, Cole Antilla 315. Let's get rich this week, boys. I love it.
Let's do it. All right, Cole's a Vikings fan and I'm a Colts fan, so we've got a hotly contested game going on this week. But before we get that far, let's start out with we're just going to go game by game. We're going to tell you what we're betting on, whether it's the spread, money line, points, if we have any props we like, things like that. But let's just start out with this first one here, 49ers and Jets. Spread is minus 6.5. What do you like about this?
I have San Francisco -7. I think San Francisco got a little embarrassed last week. And honestly, I fucking hate the Jets. You will never catch me betting on the Jets. So I like San Francisco -7 here in New York, in the Big Apple.
Yeah, I like the Niners to cover. I mean, the Niners were in the Super Bowl last year. They lost Defoe, but they're still a very good team. And the Jets looked like a joke last week against the Bills. So I'm taking the Niners to cover.
Le'Veon Bell's out, so
yeah, they're gonna.
I mean, Frank Gore taking a majority of your carries.
Yeah, let's wind the clock back 7 years, and then that might help you. But I don't know if Frank Gore's going to carry the load very well right now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Do you like the over-under on that one on DraftKings, 41.5? How do you feel about that?
Holy shit. I looked at that, and I said, that's pretty low. But what did the Jets put up 16 last week? San Francisco only put up 20. I don't know. Neither of those teams are known to run up the score. So if I had to lean, I would lean maybe towards the under, even in that low over-under. But I didn't touch it. I didn't like it one bit, so I didn't even touch it.
Yeah, tough to call. I think I like the Niners to do their part, put up a solid 25 or something. I don't know if the Jets score much at all. Like, they might put up a 3 or a 7. So
yeah,
I stayed away from that one as well. And the money line, since I really hate the Jets in this one, that just didn't look worth it. Minus 295 on the Niners. So plus 250, I'm not taking the Jets at that. So that's what we got for that one. Let's do Lions-Packers.
Hell yes. This is one of my locks, Billy. I have 3 locks in this week. This is the Aaron Rodgers fuck you tour. Aaron Rodgers does not give a damn about anyone. He torched those rookie corners in Minnesota last week, and the Lions don't have Darius Slay, so I'm looking for more of the same. I have Green Bay -6. Easy.
Yeah, I like the Lions a lot this year, but Kenny G looks like he's out, and that's massive, and I think the Packers are slightly better anyway. I think this could, especially the way the Packers played last week, this could be a potential blowout, so I'm also taking the Packers to cover. Over-under, I will take the over in this one, 49.5. The Packers almost did that by themselves last week, and the Lions still have some things on offense. Matt Stafford can move the football. If DeAndre Swift can get over the yips he had in that first game, they've got him and carry on. They still got T.J. Hawkinson. I think they'll move the ball. I think this one goes over.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't touch that over just because I am afraid that Matt Stafford might put up a stinker of a game. But hey, if you guys feel confident on that over, I say run with it.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one. This one I do have a prop that I like. Just let's see if I can find it.
You're a big DraftKings guy, aren't you, Billy?
Well, they've got 25% boost You get a 25% boost one-time use for every single game on this week. So
Oh wow.
they've got basically better odds than anyone right now. So that is why I am taking them. It looks like they do not have the TJ Hawkinson props. I don't remember what the odds were on that. You can find it on a couple apps. I'm taking the prop on the over/under on TJ Hawkinson's yards. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was less than 60. And TJ Hawkinson is going to be the number one target this week with Kenny Galladay gone. So I like him to go over.
Then you have 100. Then you have over 100 yards last week.
Yeah, he had a touch. He might have. I think he either had over 100 yards or a touchdown. I know he put up a big game for me in fantasy.
Nice, nice.
All right, so let's get into this NFC East matchup between the Bills and the Dolphins. -5.5 for the Bills. Over under is 41 points. Money line is -235 Bills and +200 for the Dolphins. What do you like about this one?
I have Bills covering, and I have the over. Josh Allen is for real. The Bills are for real. I think this is finally the year. Bills Mafia, they're going to the playoffs. Look out for that Bills team. They are dangerous, and there's no such thing as Fitzmagic. I'm sorry. There's just no way.
No.
So I like the Bills to cover, and I like to hit them the over. The Buffalo might hit the over by themselves. Who knows this week?
I don't think Miami wins a game until Tua starts one. So I don't know when that will be, but I don't see them winning anytime soon. I also like the Bills to cover. And I do like the over. Like, that's a low number. 41 points. Like, the Bills could win this 30-15 or something like that. So I like the over in that one as well. Dolphins money line is almost tempting. If you work that up to 250, I might be slightly tempted, but not taking it where it is. So yeah, I think that was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into Broncos Steelers, and I go either way on this one. Broncos plus 290 is tempting.
Yeah, this one was really, I struggled with this one for a long time. This one's towards the bottom of my confidence list. I'm taking Denver plus 7.5. I just think this is going to be, I also have the under on this game. It's going to be a defensive battle. Pittsburgh defense looked unbelievable last week. Broncos, how many rushing yards did frickin' what's his nuts have?
Derrick Henry or Melvin Gordon?
Derrick Henry, yeah. Like 113 or something like
on 30-some carries.
That's ridiculous.
Murdered my parlay. If any viewers put that one up, we hit 4 of the 5 legs except for Derrick Henry under 97 yards.
Oh my goodness, that is insane. No touch. He didn't find the end zone though. That's why I think this is just going to be a low-scoring defensive battle. But I like Denver minus 7.5. Cortland Sutton was at practice. He's at practice yesterday. Was at practice today. Said they're looking good. He might be on a little restriction, but having Cortland Sutton back is huge. I like Denver plus 7.5.
Yeah, if Cortland Sutton does play, I think I'd take that Denver money line. Yeah. Jerry Jeudy looked awful in week 1. I think that might just be first game nerves. If he can step it up, that receiving duo is deadly. Their running back duo with Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay scares me a lot too. I think you're right. I think this is a defensive battle, and I think that the Broncos just edge them out on offense if everyone's firing on all cylinders.
Yep. I like that.
All right, let's get into the good one here. Both our teams playing each other, the Vikings and the Colts here. Plus the Colts are -3. Over under is 48.5. Money line is Colts minus 167. Vikings plus 148. Where do you stand?
So I wasn't really impressed. That Colts defense that everyone talks about being so good, I wasn't impressed with them last week. But Phillip Rivers, guy threw for 425 yards. He's now tied with Ben Roethlisberger for 4th most 400-plus yard games in NFL history. Dude's a monster. Like I said, Vikings got 2 rookie corners out there. Don't really like that Vikings defense. So I expect Phillip Rivers to have another humongous game. I took Indy -3, and I like that over 48.5. Vikings had a couple of garbage touchdowns in the fourth last week, so I expect more of the same. I expect Indy to run it up and Vikes to have Dalvin Cook probably has a garbage time touchdown like he did last week.
Yeah, I like that. In this one, I actually that Colts defense, that front seven is elite when they're playing well. That secondary is a joke, which means I think this has shootout potential.
Yeah.
So the over in this
Smash
game is the
that
easiest
over.
pick of the week for me.
Yeah.
Like hammer that one. I actually parlayed the Colts money line with the over, which gets you to about 200 if you use that 25% boost that DraftKings is giving you. That gets you about plus 250. I like that. I think that's some pretty good odds right there.
That's
You can make good money.
yeah. Holy smokes. God, I hate Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry. Hey, any Vikings fans out there? All my buddies say Kirk Cousins is elite. There's no reason that man needs $84 million. That guy is. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
goodness.
he's just he's that quarterback that too good to get rid of and not good enough to carry you. So it's tough.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's get into this Bucks Panthers game.
Ooh.
This is weird. Both teams with new quarterbacks. Neither one looked great week 1. I am not a believer in the Bucks, and that money line plus 310 for the Panthers. I don't know that the Panthers win, but plus 310 is high. I'm taking that money line.
I took Panthers money line. I have the reason. How is this game the largest spread of the week? I have no idea. I have Carolina +9 and the Carolina money line. I don't believe in Tampa Bay. They looked so bad last week. Didn't look put together. Bruce Arians needs to get it under control. Christian McCaffrey, Teddy Two Gloves, like another former Vikings player. He made that big money, and he's out there to prove it. So I like Carolina in this matchup here.
Yeah, I do too. I think both the spread and that money line are a little bit crazy. Not worried about the over under on this one. 47.5 sounds about right. I think it'll be in that range, so I'm not gonna place any bets on that. But I mean, yeah, I like Carolina to cover. I like the money line. So definitely taking that one. I think the Bucks are a slightly better team than Carolina, but not by that much.
No,
All right.
no reason that needs to be a larger spread of the week. That is
Yeah, that's
insane.
crazy to me. So let's go LA Rams, Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh,
This one might be the toughest pick for me, especially the money line. Both of them minus 107 right now. The spread is Eagles minus 1. I think the Rams are a better team this year than they were last year. So I will take the Rams money line, but I'm not hammering that by any means. I'll probably do half a unit on the Rams money line.
yeah, I like the Eagles again. They kind of got embarrassed last week. I like Eagles -1, and I'm taking the under on this game. I don't think that either, other than Dallas Goddard, like who else is like nobody reeled in touchdowns for LA last week. Dallas Goddard had a huge game. Zach Ertz might be in trouble for that tight end one job, but
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
great tight end group.
yeah. I'm not. I hate Sean McVay. I'm not a believer in him. He didn't look good in the Super Bowl, and ever since then, I just haven't been a believer. So I like Philly -1 here, and I like the under. You can go either
All
way
right.
with that money line. That's eh.
Yeah, I will say with a spread that close, I would take the Eagles money. I would take if I'm betting on the Eagles, I'm taking the spread.
Yeah,
Minus 1. It's like if they win by 1, you push. Any other win is a win. So with the difference of minus 103 to minus 107, I'm just taking the Eagles to cover if I am betting on them to win. But I do like McVay a little bit. I think that the offense against the Cowboys looked much better than it did last year. And I like Cam Akers. He's no Todd Gurley at Todd Gurley's best, but I think he's going to take that number 1 job. I don't know that it's this week, but it will be soon.
yeah,
All right. Jags Titans. And this one, okay. This opened when the odds first came out. The Jags were plus 420 on the money line. I hammered that one. It looks like everyone else did too because that money line is now down to plus 290. The spread on DraftKings is Titans -8. and the over under is
Jesus.
44 points.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. This one's on my do not touch list. AJ Brown came out, wasn't in practice today. Said he looked doubtful for the game. And honestly, I saw the public was going with Jacksonville. I'm not on the Jacksonville hype train. I don't believe it. I just think they're too overhyped. Yeah, Gardner Minshew had one good game. Congrats. When this opened up on FanDuel, it was Tennessee -9, tied with the highest spread of the week. I just didn't like anything about these lines. I'm not touching it, but gosh, do I hate it. I'm not on the Jacksonville hype train.
I'm not either, but I am so far off the Titans hype train. I think the Titans are the team that will regress more than any other this year.
Yeah.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars finished 4-12 and the Titans finished 7-9. So as it stands, I'm not betting anything on this game. If that money line goes back up, if you can get it 350 or better on the Jags, I think I'd probably take that. If you see it at 420, which is where it opened on DraftKings, hammer that thing because those odds are crazy.
That's ridiculous. 420. Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah. Right now in FanDuel, it's Jacksonville plus 295. So
Yeah.
public just keeps going with Jacksonville. That hype train keeps going.
They keep
I'm not a
rolling.
believer. I'm not touching that game.
All right. So let's do Giants Bears. This one's
Oh my
interesting to me. I don't
god.
know what to think of either team. Plus 200 Giants, minus 235 for the Bears on that money line. Over under is 42, and the spread is Bears minus 5.5.
Yeah, talk about a stinker of a game. I think this is this week's nobody gives a fuck game. Uh, Chicago -5.5. They had one good quarter last week, and it ended up being enough. I don't know. Saquon had 6 rushing yards last week, so I don't know what's going on there. I'm not touching this game. I don't like anything about either team right now. They both looked kind of gross in week 1, but if I had to go one way, I'd say I'd take Chicago -5.5 if I had to go one way.
Yeah, I like that too. I'd probably take Chicago to cover. I'm on the same page. I don't know what to think of either team. Like you said, Chicago had that one good quarter, and if it hadn't been for an egregious drop by DeAndre Swift with 6 seconds left, they still wouldn't have won.
Yeah,
The Giants, Daniel Jones looked okay as a rookie. There's a reason nobody liked him as a prospect, and I don't think that he's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
no.
And I think he shows that this year. So I do think the Giants are going to be pretty bad. The problem is I don't think the Bears are going to be a whole lot better. So tough call on this one. Like you said, gun to my head, I'd take the Bears to cover, but I'm not taking much else on this game. And I don't like the over under either. You know, this could be one of those shootouts where it's both teams' defenses are so bad they keep scoring, or it could be just a low scoring game because neither offense can score.
Or Saquon can have 6 yards again. Sorry,
Yeah, exactly.
sorry to all the Saquon Barkley fantasy owners, but that's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, and he might. The Bears' front is solid. They have a good defense in Chicago, but I'm not buying them to do much of anything this year.
Yeah,
We'll stay away from that game.
yeah.
Let's get into Dallas, America's team, and the Falcons. Minus 200 for Dallas, plus 175 for the Falcons. Over unders 53.5, and the spread is minus 4.5 points for Dallas. I
Wow.
think Dallas might be the most perpetually overrated team just because they are so popular.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I have a parlay in this game, rocking with the spread, money line, and over. Matt Ryan threw for 50 yards last week. He had 3
Yeah.
receivers over 100 yards, and they still ended up losing. Come on, Dallas is I don't like it. I like Atlanta to win this game. I like them to hit the over. Matt Ryan probably has another 400-yard game. I'm just not a believer in Dallas. Like I said, the hype train's there, and I'm not on it.
I am on the same page as you. I'm taking the Falcons money line. I believe in Atlanta this year. I don't know, I don't believe in them as a contender. I believe in them to make the playoffs though, and I think Todd Gurley's comeback might be the real deal. That's definitely one that I will be watching because I'm very curious, and I wanna see if Todd Gurley looks like he did in his near MVP campaign.
That NFC South is going to be the division to watch this year, and I don't think that any team is a runaway with that division.
Yeah.
That could be separated by 2 games at the end, I think.
Oh, I agree completely. Yeah, that's you've got the Saints who are very good. I'm curious to see how Drew Brees holds up as the season goes on. Is this the year he starts to regress? I don't know. I have no faith in Tampa, like I've said on earlier, and I think Atlanta could be a sleeper too. I don't love Carolina. I think they probably finish last, but I think they still do it maybe at 7-9, 8-8.
Yeah, I expect all these teams to be good. This game, I like Matty Ice. Ever since that Super Bowl, it's been a different Matt Ryan, and I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. I like him to throw maybe like 3-4 touchdowns this week. There's a prop out there. I'd hit the over on Matt Ryan's touchdowns. Like, just give it to him. I mean, this Falcons team, look out for them. They're going to be a threat.
Yep. All right, let's get into Arizona, Washington.
Yes, I have been waiting for this game.
All right, I'll let you take it away.
Plus 6.5. They have the most elite defense in the league. I'm a believer in the Washington football team. Ron Rivera is one of my favorite coaches of all time. They looked awesome. If Dwayne Haskins can complete a couple more passes, this Washington football team, the nameless team, whatever you want to call them, I'm a believer in them. I have Washington plus 6.5 as one of my locks this week. Yeah, what do you think, Billy?
Wow. I'm going the other way on this one. I'm
Really?
a believer in Kyler Murray. I'm a believer in No Drop Hop and Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk. I love that Arizona offense. And Kenyon Drake looks good. I like Arizona. I'm taking them -7. But we will have to see on this one, it looks like.
Wow, I can't believe we're split on that one. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Washington did look better than I expected last week. I'll give them that. Came back from behind on the Eagles.
What's the money line on that game here? What'd you get at?
-305 for the Cardinals and +260 for Washington. I
Wow.
do like that Washington money line. That seems high.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. I might have to take that Washington money line. It's on FanDuel at 250 right now.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. I don't know if I might take that Washington money line, but for sure the spread. I think it was a 1 game fluke for the Cardinals there. We'll see. We'll have to see. I'm just a believer in Ron Rivera. I think he's a great coach. And I like that defense. God, Chase Young, that dude he's going to be a monster he already is a monster, but like
Yeah.
expect him to win a couple Defensive Player of the Year in his career. Like that dude's elite.
Yeah, that kid's crazy. I think he was a better prospect this year than Bosa was last year, so I think he could absolutely take over, and you might see him. I think he wins Defensive Rookie of the Year running away this year.
Oh yeah.
So hey, if you're looking for a prop bet, take him to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's get into Kansas City Chiefs, LA Chargers.
Oof.
-8.5 on the Chiefs, +8.5. So for the Chargers, obviously, over under is 47.5, and Chiefs -375, Chargers +310. I'm not betting on this game. I don't like any of it.
This is on my do not touch list. If I had to go one way, Joey Bosa didn't practice today. Or Nick, which one is on the Chargers? Joey's on the Chargers.
Joey.
Yeah, Joey's on the Chargers. He didn't practice today, so that could be a huge loss for that Chargers D. If he's not there, especially against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you need everyone you can get against that man and against that offense. But this is on my do not touch list. I didn't like the line one bit. 8.5 that's a scary number.
Yeah, you can get within eight or so within garbage time. Just so I don't like betting on those ones.
Yeah, no, this is on my do not touch list. So
yep, I agree completely. I am not betting that game. Uh,
No chance.
this is a game I will be betting. Another money line I like the underdog on. Baltimore Ravens, Houston Texans. Texans in this game on DraftKings plus 250. Ravens minus 295. Over under is 50 points, and the spread is Ravens minus 7. I think the Ravens win this game. I am not as confident as DraftKings is apparently because plus 250 to me. I think the Ravens are slightly overrated this year. I still think they're the best team in their division. I don't think they are top two in the AFC.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see Lamar
Uh,
Jackson do it again before I'm a true believer in the Baltimore Ravens.
that's fair. He had a great game last week.
Ooh,
He really looked good.
sorry, got to step in
Uh,
here. As we are talking about this, the money line just moved. The Texans are now plus 270.
wow. FanDuel has 2 plus 265. Houston minus 330. Baltimore.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
wow, that is a close game. I personally am betting the spread. I have Baltimore minus 7. Just again, another coach I hate, Bill O'Brien.
I do too.
I'm not a believer in him. Bill O'Brien, he's like the Jim Boylan of the NFL. I think there's no reason that man should have a coaching
I
job.
think he's Chip Kelly
I like
2.0.
Lamar Jackson. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Lamar Jackson. I think he has a great shot going back to back for the MVPs again this year. So
All right.
I'm taking Baltimore minus 7, but those money lines do look tempting. If you're looking at that Houston money line,
Yeah,
might be a
if
take.
it goes up anymore, I might have to hammer that one a little bit. But I will say I love Bill O'Brien as a Colts fan. Hate him as a football fan, but he
Yeah,
makes some moves that
yeah,
helps the Colts. So I do like that.
yeah, yeah.
Final game
That's
we'll be
fair.
talking about today, Sunday Night Football. New England Patriots, Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks minus 190, Patriots plus 165. The spread is Seahawks minus 4. Over under is 45 points.
I have New England plus 4 here. Um, Gosh, I don't know. This game was really back and forth for me. Might have been in a little an emotional hedge here, going with the Patriots plus 4, but I mean, I think Cam Newton's on a revenge tour this year. That Patriots defense is still a top 3 in the league. Stephon Gilmore looked insane last week. I'm also taking the under 45 on this game. I like the Patriots to go up early and play a little bit of keep away from the Seahawks here. So I'm taking the under 45 and New England plus 4.
I I like New England's defense. I still think Russell Wilson might be, even as a superstar, I still think he's underrated. I think he's the second best quarterback in the NFL behind Mahomes. I think
For
he can
sure.
carve up that defense. So I'm taking the Seahawks minus 4. I don't like the money line for either of these teams. Like, minus 190 is just a little bit too far to be worth betting on for me, and plus 165 is just not quite sweet enough. I don't love the over under, so I'm staying away from that one. The only bet I'll be taking on this one is Seattle minus 4.
Yeah. See, it depends on who Stephon Gilmore is covering on this
That
game.
will be
If
big.
he's on Tyler Lockett, I would take a prop on DK Metcalf catches because the Patriots' number 2 corner. I don't even know who it is anymore, but it's not it like whoever Stephon Gilmore's covering. I would take a prop on over catches for the other Seattle receiver,
Just watch
whoever
the
that might be.
watch the first play from Seattle's offense, and then do it live. Do a
Yeah,
live prop on the other receiver.
like that, like that.
All right, so that is all we've got for our Sunday recommendations for week 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead, hit that sub button if you are new here. We are making you some money. If you followed along with my video earlier today, you've already made $37 today just on that
That's
Celtics Heat game. Hopefully, you'll make even a little bit more on Thursday Night Football. We are almost over that $200 mark all around. And had it not been for a couple drops by Jerry Jeudy and DeAndre Swift, we would be well into the thousands. And I'm not going to promise you $1,000 a week, but I will promise you if you follow along, you'll make a little bit of money. So go ahead, hit that sub button, like this video, and we will see you next time.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me, Billy.
Thanks for coming on. Also, follow Cole on Twitter.
Yep.